was 10 years and the side I coached was under 12s and he dominated.
And it was just this kid hitting sixes and I was like, you know what, I'm going to go find out who this kid is.
At school cricket also he was scoring hundreds at that age.
Hitting the ball to all parts of the ground and also batting with Rowie made it quite special because playing IPL was always a dream for us.
It was always evident from a young age that he had all the talent.
Well, the first time I met Dewald, we had our domestic trials, under 11 trials. He was playing on the opposite field of me. And it was just this kid hitting sixes and I was like, you know what, I'm going to go find out who this kid is. So I went to him, introduced myself to him, and my first impression of him was just like, he's a good guy, you know. Crazy stuff with just the amount of sixes he would hit. I mean, we were under 11 and I just remember like he would hit 4 sixes in an over and it was like unheard of, it was unseen for an under 11 kid to hit sixes like that. And he used to bowl very good leg spin for an under 11 guy.
I coached Brevis, Dewald, I believe for his first provincial team, which was the under 12s. He was like not very tall like he is now, but the way he could strike a ball. He was 10 years and the side I coached was under 12s and he dominated.
He always had a presence when he came onto bat, even at a young age. I would say his superpower was his googly. He could bowl a very good googly at a young age, and then obviously his ball striking ability.
One thing about him that still stands to this day is just like the bravery he's got. He's got guts. We went to a cricket tournament or week where we played against the likes of 𝐇𝐎𝐿, the Inlands, Northwest, all kinds of provinces, all under 12s. In that, we were unbeaten, and Brevis was one of the star players. He was, I think, one of the top run scorers for the time. Also took a lot of wickets. So at the time, I was just like, this kid is special.
When I worked with him in his younger days, we obviously worked on the technical side most of the time, and his reward would be power hitting. He just wanted to hit the ball out the park. I think he was 10 years old. We had a tournament, I think Balati tournament in St. Albans. Just how far he was hitting the ball.
So the thing about Dewald is he's a born sports person. It can be rugby, tennis, golf, anything. He's got that natural instinct to be good at any sport. We used to play cricket the entire day until the sun went down. He knew that he was a great batsman and it sort of like motivated me to be a better bowler, to actually get his wicket. And I used to try and be a Dale Steyn, and Dewald obviously admired Virat Kohli, Rohit Sharma and Sachin Tendulkar. Our parents never pressurized us to pursue something that we're not that fond of. So we used to enjoy our cricket, and that's sort of like the driving force behind everything. If Dewald didn't enjoy cricket, or let's say he felt too much pressure, he wouldn't have pursued cricket at all. So I think the love for the game gave him that edge.
His dad was just like, okay, the boy is good. This cricket thing is something. What's the pipeline within this? And coincidentally, I was chatting a bit with Mandla to say, yeah, there's this kid. He's really good.
So he said to me, listen, I've got this kid. I don't want him to lose his hunger for cricket. And I used to go to their house and just throw balls to him and his brother. But you know, you could just see just this hunger to wanting to become better, and they just love the game. He just loves batting.
With me being from Pretoria boys cricketing school, I was like, okay, he can go to finish up his primary school career at the time, and if he can, come through to Pretoria boys.
I'm glad he came here. Not that I have anything against Pretoria boys, it's a pretty good school, but I think he had probably the best batting coach that he could have come to in Dewald Brevis, who also coached AB de Villiers, Faf du Plessis, Heino Ken. He had a pretty phenomenal team then. The freedom he played with has always been there. It's always been part of his game. Dewald played a lot of his cricket on this ground. I remember the first time I saw him batting was when we had our under-14 trials on this field, and it was quite obvious that day already that he was something special. Yeah, that window up there, that used to be my office. I would often be working there, and then there's a knock at the door, and it's Dewald and Skalk who had a free period, and they wanted to come in for a bit of a cricket chat, which normally went on longer than the period. Those were good times.
We always speak about cricket. That's one of the things. He explains to me how the tour was, the difficulty of the conditions and everything. That's something that I really enjoy about him.
Well, I think it was under 13 or under 12, I'm not 100% sure, but when we were younger, we had a 150-run partnership, me and him. And I think I scored around about 30 of that 150, and he scored 120. And I think that's where I realized like there's something different about him. He doesn't just score 20, 30 runs, he scores big hundreds from a young age.
And with that, he went through the ranks in terms of under 17s, under 19s.
When I was coach of the Titans, and obviously he had a good under 19 World Cup, and I think it would be a no-brainer not to bring this type of talent into our team. And you know, there were people obviously thinking that the step might be a little bit tough for him, coming from under 19s into domestic cricket, and then obviously a year later he was playing for South Africa as well.
But as I said, the biggest thing for me is just his heart. He really wants to take the game on. He wants to be in the thick of things and compete, which has been something that stood out from the time.
I've known Dewald before he became a superstar, and I know him when he is a superstar, and absolutely nothing has changed. He's got this will and drive that he wants to be one of the best cricketers in the world that the world has ever seen, and nothing's going to change that. I think the cool thing about him is that he loves the game. He's still that 10-year-old kid that loves the game. And that will never change. I don't think money, fame, nothing will ever change him, because he's got that drive of the love of cricket.
I think there are two things. The fact that he's a very grounded person, and as far as cricket is concerned, he's extreme self-belief. I was chatting to his father just now, and I told him that when Dewald played his first IPL, I sent him a WhatsApp message. I asked him who's the best batsman at the IPL, and his reply was, "I am, sir."
2024, my first trip to India, Dewald was batting with Rohit Sharma at Ahmedabad. Just seeing Dewald hitting the ball to all parts of the ground and also batting with Rohit made it quite special, because playing IPL was always the dream for us.
Dewald is a household name at the moment, and I think the crowd in Pretoria are going to enjoy watching him play for this team.
SuperSport Park has a very special place in our hearts, because we never missed a game going there, watching your idols play. So that's what made it so special. Obviously you get goosebumps because he's a born and bred Pretoria boy, and it's nice seeing that he's representing his home team. I mean, if you look at SuperSport Park, each young boy visualizes being successful in cricket, but the first thing that comes to mind is they walk out onto Centurion.
And I think he's also looking forward to, you know, playing for the Pretoria Capitals.